And then I also want to talk about the Bengals trading for Joe Flacco. Now, I really wanted to see the Bengals make some kind of move at quarterback. And the main reason is I have Jamar Chase and Chase Brown on my fantasy team. And so, of course, watching that the past few weeks, it was really ugly. Thankfully, this week, Jamar Chase put up like 29 points. In the end, Browning just started throwing balls up to Jamar, and he ended up scoring a lot. But I wanted to see the Bengals make a move. But this is not the type of move I wanted to see the Bengals make. Joe Flacco, is he an upgrade from Browning? I would say yes. How much of an upgrade? Barely, if much. I mean, not much at all. You look at Browning this year in 4 games, it's been really bad. 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. And then you have Flacco this year, 2 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. And you throw on top of that, the Bengals offensive line has been one of the worst offensive lines in football. They're currently 25th in pressure rate allowed. And so you're putting a slow, old Joe Flacco behind a bad offensive line. And this Bengals defense is one of the worst in the NFL. 30th ranked scoring defense in the NFL. So if you're the Bengals and you're looking at the fact that Joe Burrow is, I think the time he had his toe injury, turf toe, they said about 3 months, and there was even a chance, I mean, I think there's still a chance he wouldn't return, but it sounds like about 3 months would puts it at late December. And so looking at the AFC North, you're telling me the Bengals currently 2-3. They started off hot. It's been bad with Browning. I just do not have much faith in the Bengals being able to somehow survive, somehow end up being in playoff position with the 30th ranked scoring defense in the NFL, with Joe Flacco as your quarterback, who has 2 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, and one of the worst offensive lines in football. The only hope is that Joe Flacco can just, find Jamar Chase, find T. Higgins. They have a ton of weapons. I just don't think this is a team that is going to be competitive. So that's why I don't get this move for Flacco. I even saw from Diana Rossini reported earlier today that the Bengals did not reach out to the Giants to make any call for Jameis Winston or Russell Wilson. And I think in my mind, if you add Russell Wilson to that offense or Jameis Winston, I think that gives you a better chance than Joe Flacco because he's just not the same quarterback he once used to be. And so that's why, looking at this move, it's probably cheaper when it comes to what you're having to trade away to get Joe Flacco because it basically moved from like a 6th round pick to a 5th round pick, the Browns. And so I understand the Browns trading away Flacco when you have Dylan Gabriel and you have Shadur Sanders. I think that's probably a smart move just to move on, stick with the rookies if you're the Browns. But for the Bengals, I just don't think that bringing Flacco in is honestly doing too much. It almost feels like, I almost wonder if you're the Bengals, do you really think that Joe Flacco gives you a chance at playoffs to get there until Joe Burrow returns? I just honestly don't see that happening. I almost wonder if they just knew that they had to do something, and so they make a move that's the least expensive just to say they did something. So I honestly don't get that move. I don't think the Bengals, I would not predict the Bengals making the playoffs and being in a position to sort of hand Joe Burrow a playoff caliber team by the time he returns, which is very unfortunate because the Bengals, when Burrow is healthy, they have one of the best offenses in the NFL. So it's sort of just an unfortunate situation when you lose your quarterback, one of the better quarterbacks in the league, for about 3 months.